Welcome to Solve This Murder. I'm your detective, Dani.
And I'm your Dani, Bill. Dani being Dani Dangerfield, the detective in this book, Madhouse.
I mean, that was obvious.
Obviously. Dani's the detective, and so is Dani, and therefore I have to be Dani because Dani is the detective.
I don't think anyone's confused.
This is part 3 of Madhouse. Now, we committed to this being the third part before we recorded it.
So here's hoping it's timely.
Now,
timely, punctual,
whatever. But that
efficient.
means we got to go quick.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for people who've been listening through, we are halfway through the evidence, or a bit over halfway through the evidence. It's like 80-something pieces
And a lot of
evidence.
this evidence goes quickly.
We're going to move through. It's going to be great. And then we're going to try and solve all the answers on all the mysteries.
There is one thing that I just thought of, like
What did you just
within
think
the
of?
last 30 seconds,
Sure.
as something that for some reason we haven't been acknowledging.
What is that?
Throughout this evidence, from refresher for last week, most of the evidence that we got consisted of written down things about money and scraps of paper, all sorts of things like that. We've gotten lots of handwritten evidence. We haven't been doing any handwriting comparisons. Like to see who wrote this scrapped up note.
Like last episode we found drawer kitchen.
Yeah, and like
that seems
weapon
to-
in. But like look at the previous page. We got an autograph from Ziggy, didn't we?
We do.
So yeah, just looking at handwriting. We've got handwriting all over the
let's
place.
do some handwriting. Okay, to Dani from Ziggy,
It doesn't look anything like
the
it.
eyes are different.
No,
It's not
completely
Ziggy.
different.
Uh,
We've got the
Mimi?
maid who
Mimi's Love and Kisses?
Yep, she sent a postcard to her dear friend in Paris.
different
Doesn't look
handwriting.
anything like
Doesn't
it.
look anything like it. Weapon, drawer kitchen. This is all the same note. Mr. Reginald Murphy, but this might have been filled out by the police.
Yeah, that's a little
Either
unclear.
way, it doesn't match the handwriting.
We've got the cook's shopping list. How's that?
Ooh, The
Like
cook's
it is
shopping
it is running
list.
writing because I couldn't read it,
It
very
is running
well.
writing. The eye. Broccoli has a dotted I, which is
It tends to.
the same as Ziggy, like a circled I.
Oh, I see.
But then dishwashing doesn't. It might look a little like the
Hmm.
cook's handwriting.
Well, it's
Doesn't look like the butler's handwriting.
what's the butler's handwriting?
Very clean print.
Oh, right, the haha, the butler did it. Yeah.
How hard the butler did it. Bang, look at that G. Is there a G in breadcrumbs? No. Oh, but the R's don't look the same in breadcrumbs and drawer.
Okay.
Like the second. So it's not the chef.
Doesn't look anything like B.O.B. the horror
no,
actor.
Doesn't look anything
wrote in all caps.
like Monkey Breath, Rebel's boyfriend.
Oh, no.
Um,
And I see something a little bit suspicious.
Dear Rhett and Rock. Okay, you guys really had it now from LL.
Yeah, LZ.
LZ.
Yeah, that's Lucy Zimmerman, the super fan. That is her
Yeah,
handwriting.
That's her handwriting.
So she was writing that, and she did
Not
find.
quite,
Oh no,
'cause
there are tiny differences.
The R's are different.
The O has a little flourish
The O's
in
are
a slightly
slightly
different place, but no
different.
one else has any flourish on their O's.
Yeah, it
so
could be
far,
her.
unless we find someone else who has remarkably similar handwriting, it looks like Lucy Zimmerman's handwriting.
Or it's an element of the story that the writer that Bambi overlooked.
Look, possibly, but we know that someone had to write this note.
That is true.
And
Someone.
the thing is, Lucy was the one in the kitchen with a knife. Why would she need to have written herself a reminder saying, look in the kitchen drawers?
True.
That doesn't make any
Maybe
sense.
she went to the kitchen to get. Maybe she. No, yeah, you're
Maybe
right.
she
It
was
doesn't make any
putting the
sense.
knife in
Maybe
the
she was
kitchen
putting
drawer.
the knife in the kitchen. Maybe she found it, saved him, and then for me, the detectives, like the weapons in the drawer, you should find it.
Oh.
But then someone saw that, ripped it up, and hid it around the house so that I wouldn't read it.
Gotcha.
But didn't know that you can just like rip it up more or get rid of it.
All right. So that's our retrospective on evidence we've already looked at.
That is our retrospective on evidence we've already looked at.
What new stuff do we have today?
Well, first of all, I'm unfurling the map.
Our current theory is that the twin brother hired a snake.
I believe that was the case. And that the son hired the assassin to shoot the snake out the window. All right, let's look at evidence number 54. Oh no!
What?
I found this dead cat
What?
downstairs. After examining its body for signs of trauma and checking against information in my murder manual, it looks like a clear case of poisoning.
Oh my god.
A
Content
poisoned
warning.
cat. Now, which cat is it?
It's
Because
not the
it doesn't
missing
look
cat.
like this missing cat. It's got like a Siamese.
It's absolutely a Siamese cat. That's
it's in the
expensive.
It's in the living room where the maid is doing some poisoning, eating a rat. It's
no.
catching a rat.
It does look like it's trying to catch
Now,
a rat.
I will say
there is rat poison around the house.
there is rat poison. Where was there rat poison?
Well, it was on the shopping list, wasn't it?
That's right. So I'm just going to point out here that there is below this Dani Dangerfield's suspected way that the cat got poisoned.
Oh, okay.
I'd like to concoct our own, please, in this 2-hour episode of Madhouse.
Right. Well, it feels like there are two choices. Either the rat had rat poison in it and the cat ate it. That's very sad. Or the maid is poisoning some food right next to this cat. The cat got sick of trying to get rats and ate whatever food she's holding.
Yeah. It could well be. I'll see if his theory makes any...
I reckon it could
like
be the maid. I reckon the maid could have been trying to kill the employer, but this cat is why she failed.
Maybe. I will say this theory that this person has is like 7 steps long.
Really?
And given that he's eating a cat that has been a rat.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I'm going to have a look.
Oh, wow. Yeah, there are arrows and pictures and everything.
Huh. It's pretty much both of our things together, possibly. It's got the cat chasing the rat through the kitchen.
Through the dining room.
Through the dining room. That spooks the woman. That spooks the actress who knocks Rhett Rockley's food to the floor. The cat eats the food.
Yep. Okay.
In a bedroom. Hold on. Pictured in this bedroom. Downstairs. The green
weird.
bedroom. Or maybe not.
No, it totally looks like that bedroom.
How funny. Where it ate a chicken bone, but I don't see a chicken bone. But that is where 54 is marked. Oh, that's where the cat was found dead. It was found dead in that bedroom.
This is the downstairs bedroom that we believe their elderly father lives in.
Okay.
Well, that was a sad way to start.
Yeah, dead cat.
Yeah.
Downstairs.
All right, so the maid...
Next to the letter L on the wall.
So the maid was trying to poison him, but failed.
Well, according to Dani Dangerfield, who could be wrong. 55. Do we see
bummer.
55? Bottom of the stairs in the entrance hall?
Yeah, this
is
is
the note.
one of the notes that we found.
So here's the note that is attached to the stairway next to the suit of armor and the woman with the chainsaw.
Yeah, great.
For
Is
people
it
playing
stuck
along at
there?
home.
What's the context for this? Has it fallen out of someone's pocket?
This note of dismissal was at the bottom of the stairs in the entrance hall. Haha, so that's why Chrysanthemum was in the house with the chainsaw.
Okay, Gardner's been fired and decides to go on a chainsaw rampage.
Chrysanthemum, 16 Jacob Street, West Hollywood, October 21st. Dear Miss Anthemum, I regret to inform you that your services as head gardener on my estate are no longer required. I am dissatisfied with your work, and I was extremely unhappy when you killed my prize rose. I told you to water it, not slaughter it. Please consider this letter to be formal termination of your employment. Sincerely, Rock H. Rockley.
I mean, no, that's on you, lady.
Yeah, you're a bad gardener. You killed his rose bushes. He then says, I better get her in for interrogation, which is maybe why she's been arrested in the initial picture of her.
Oh, she was?
Yeah.
It's hard to remember.
She's under arrest.
Who was arrested and who was missing. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Don't know if it gives us much new information.
No, but
she's bad at her job.
Here's some new information we've been wanting for ages.
Oh, please.
56 is a reference to the safe.
Oh, who is the balding redheaded man?
Balding redheaded man
who is cracking the bedroom safe.
Who is cracking the bedroom safe. He's been there the whole time. No one's mentioned him. Here we go. 56. Perhaps this explains where that grappling hook came from.
Mm-hmm.
However, it seems that on this occasion, the safecracker left empty-handed. Maybe I disturbed him. The safe is in the room next door to the bathroom where I walked in on the naked nanny. You're obsessed with that, kid.
Yep.
Safe cracker cracks it again. This is from the Daily Mail, October 14th. I don't know if that date matters. It's a week before Chrysanthemum was fired.
Mm-hmm.
Yet another wall safe has been robbed in a perplexing series of home invasions in the plush suburb of Hollywood. The burglar normally enters the house through an upstairs window, cracks the combination and clears the safe of its valuables before disappearing without a trace. At this stage, police have no theories as to the identity of the thief. We still don't know who this guy is. And there's a picture of a policeman looking at a safe going, "Arr?"
You know what I find? Just one fun little detail about that picture.
What is one fun little
Two
detail?
fun little details about this picture.
What are two fun little details?
One is that he is stretching so high up that his shirt is riding up a little bit.
That is a very nice detail. It's a really good illustrative detail.
This safe is just a little bit too high for him and he's standing right on his tiptoes.
He's a little guy.
But yeah, I have
I
no
keep
idea.
thinking he has a referee's whistle in his mouth, but it's just one of the bolts of the safe.
But yeah, no clues as to identity. Seems completely irrelevant and sheer coincidence that someone saw that there was a big party on and thought, great, lots of people in the house. That's the time to rob it.
Well, who's going to suspect?
Well, it was very fortunate that he knew exactly where the safe was.
Also, he climbed up right in front of a window to the main
Yep.
dining room. What a fool.
He's lucky he didn't get shot with an arrow.
At 57,
That's over here.
under here,
Near Ziggy,
near Ziggy Stardust.
where we thought that he was stealing Oscars, but now we're not sure.
Now we think that our latest bad theory is that he's the assassin that's hiding a bow behind his back, but I don't think this is true. Wall dot release at. So
these are scraps.
Oh, sorry, not hall. Wall, hall, I think. Yeah, hall. So these are two more scraps. One that says the word hall, like the end of a sentence, and one that says release at.
Have we had a... I thought we were already at the end of the sentence. Last time we got scraps of note. Where
I
does
think
hall
we don't
fit in?
know exactly how it all connects. We should have a look. Operation is top left.
Yeah, Operation Fang.
Operation
That's fine.
Fang.
That's
is
where the quotation marks end.
top middle. Operation Fang. Tonight is the end of a sentence, but not necessarily the top right. Oh no, it is on the top. So Operation Fang tonight. Weapon is the next line down, or a line down.
In left hand.
In left hand, drawer, kitchen.
Kitchen hall?
Hall? Kitchen hall a phrase? I
Oh,
don't know.
I mean, maybe.
And then maybe a new sentence. Release at.
You know, I suppose this whole bottom area could be considered a kitchen hall compared to, say, over the
That
far left
makes
where the
sense.
chef is.
Kitchen. Okay, kitchen hall. So that's the weapon in the kitchen hall. Release at, and we don't know when they're going to release it at.
Release the weapon? Oh, that would make sense if it's a snake.
Exactly, because he's been killed by a snake. All right, we've got a few more things. Here we go.
Yeah.
58. Where are you? Underneath Rock's chair.
Oh,
In the dining room. Lucifer safety matches.
okay.
This empty matchbox was found underneath Rock's chair. 2 different sets of fingerprints were lifted from it and sent to the forensic lab. Are these matches something to do with the fiery special that Rebel requested?
Oh my God.
No, Dani, she ordered a pizza!
The only thing I can think of now, to me, spoilers for Death in the Clouds
Okay, we're going to spoil Death in the Clouds
by Agatha Christie,
by Agatha Christie.
set on a plane.
Set on a plane.
Probably back in the day where people were allowed to smoke on planes, but
Back
that's not
when
relevant.
people... Okay.
Excessively relevant. So, I see an empty matchbox.
Yeah.
It could have just had matches in it.
Could have just had matches in it.
It can be used to store something small.
Yeah. Could have been a boat for a borrower.
Yeah, sure. For instance, like, I think of Death in the Clouds because the main character, he used a little trank dart to poison the person and then released a bee to make people think that she died of an anaphylactic reaction to a bee.
Ah, that's a fun way to
And we
kill
know
someone.
he's got
I've
bite
read that
marks
book.
on
I've
his
already
neck.
forgotten. He does have bite marks. What if it was an even smaller snake coiled up in a tiny little matchbox to bite the other snake
Exactly.
to get rid of the evidence?
You read my mind.
We do have those fingerprints. So
Oh,
59
great.
is the fingerprints, which presumably don't have a space on the board. I'm not really sure.
I wouldn't think so. Whose fingerprints are they? Whose fingerprints are they?
There is one point that every house member I interviewed is clear on. At exactly midnight, all the lights in the house went out. 20 minutes passed before someone found the main switch and turned the lights back on. I dusted the on-off lever for fingerprints and found 2 fresh sets, which I
Oh.
sent off to the lab.
So these aren't the matchbox fingerprints.
No, there are 2 sets of fingerprints from the matchbox and 2 from the lab, but we haven't seen what that means yet. So I
Huh.
don't understand why it's relevant, other than maybe that 2 different people touched it. So someone who
Yeah,
turned it
they're
off
trying
was
to
someone else who
figure
turned it
out-
on.
Yeah, okay. Again, this is someone's house. I would expect a lot of fingerprints everywhere, but
We
whatever.
gotta go quick. We gotta go quick, Dani.
Sure,
Or
sure.
this is going to be a 5-part, even though we promised 3.
All right, you finish this double page and then I'll take over.
All right. There's also just an unrelated Daily Mail article from October 22nd.
Mhm.
Please confirm this story in today's paper. Aha, so that's what Ziggy was up to when I found him skulking around upstairs. I'm assuming it's going to be about a robbery. Let's
One
find
would
out.
assume.
Ziggy Sticky Fingers by Pamela Graham, court reporter. The colourful lead guitarist of the popular rock band Dead Squirrels, Ziggy Lightfingers, has been charged with theft. His manager admitted today that the rock star was caught red-handed trying to leave the house of Oscar-winning movie star Rock Rockley late last night. In his possession were several Gold Film Award statuettes. Lightfingers is currently awaiting bail at the City Watch House.
Okay, so that was exactly what we thought it was.
Yep, he is hiding an Oscar behind his back.
Easy.
Not
really that bothered.
All right, number 60 is a blade. A knife blade.
Just a knife blade?
A knife blade.
Kitchen somewhere, maybe?
I can't see it. Number 60. Behind the chair in the drawing room.
Near all the poison drama.
Professional edge by Steel Cut, forged stainless steel. This blade, from a carving knife, I reckon, was under a cushion in the sitting room. I'll send it down to forensic to see if it was the murder weapon. What He's poisoned with 2 bite marks on his neck.
Presumably that's the same one that Lucy is holding in our picture.
I think it might be Lucy's.
So at some point, during the blackout, she came upstairs and
tripped and fell.
Broke the knife.
She fell on
and
the
hid
cord
pieces of it.
of the chainsaw. And she tripped and fell. The handle's been snapped right off. Someone was feeling mighty aggro.
Sure, let's go with
61, I found more of the note.
Great.
The next word is midnight.
Okay, so release at midnight.
Yaw. That's it.
What kind of yaw?
Y-O-U-R.
Intriguing.
I found these under the goldfish bowl. Where's the goldfish bowl? 61. There's not been way up here.
Oh, up near the gorilla. This person got all over the place.
I wonder if they have anything to do with all the lights going off at 12 o'clock.
I mean, it couldn't hurt.
I think we've got something really boring at 62.
Oh.
While I was poking around the grounds looking for clues, I discovered this makeshift ladder. It's clothes tied together, hanging from the upstairs bathroom window.
Oh, okay. So this is where this is where the secretary was locked in. So she took her clothes off and used them to get down at some point.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so now she is currently missing because they're looking for a clothed woman,
but she's
not
a
naked woman.
Someone had tied together an Angora sweater and a velvet skirt. Was someone trying to get in or out?
That looks like what she's wearing.
Yeah. All right. Did you want to take over?
I would love to.
We're doing a relocation while we flip this map around.
Well, our first clue is number 63.
It looks like the naked statue?
Yeah.
Right.
Someone has put a fig leaf over its private parts.
All right. It was this woman who was staring at its private parts. She's a prude. But Rock Rockley makes lewd movies, so she killed him.
Of course.
Killed him with a snake to uphold public decency.
Amazing. Okay, we've got a couple new things here. Another piece of evidence. We found an old man covered in garbage.
Yeah, it's that old man who's wandering forward into the garbage.
Shock horror. His teeth are still missing, apparently. But they found him sprawled headfirst into a bin.
Yep. The
and
bin
they
is labelled as
rescued him.
64.
Exactly how we expected that went down.
What is that article next to it?
Yeah, that's what I'm going through. What does this look like to you from upside down?
Upside down, it looks like a mammoth tusk that's been uncovered.
Investigations are continuing into the murder of Hollywood star Rock Rockley.
Okay.
While searching the grounds of the Rockley estate yesterday, Detective Dani Dangerfield stumbled upon a gruesome find. I was going through the rubbish bins for clues, said the young detective, when I found what looked to be the amputated tail of an animal.
Why?
But doggone if I know what sort and just what kind of joker would dump it in the bin. Now here's a tale we'd all like to hear the end of. Yeah, it looks like a thankfully bloodless animal tail. Like possibly a dog.
Have we checked Sherlock's tail?
It looks bizarrely like Sherlock's tail. Did the cook get mad at him for stealing sausages and chop off his tail with her carving knife?
Maybe. What a rude cook.
Also, what a bad dog owner Dani is for not noticing this sooner.
He's a kid.
His dog has no tail.
Yeah, but the dog always faces him.
Yeah, our next clue at 65 is out near the bins, right where Sherlock is running, some bloody trails and prints.
There is also a cat there. Maybe that cat got its tail cut off.
Weirdly, the bloody footprints are very...
Starish?
First of all, like they finish off being very normal animal-like, but at the start they're just shaped like stars.
Well, this is sad. Don't cut off a dog's tail.
I didn't expect this to get so horrifying.
There's also another dog peeing on the statue down here. So maybe it was like, you put a fig leaf on my statue, I'll cut off your dog's tail. I'm Red Rockley, and nobody could murder me.
It looks a lot like Sherlock's tail.
It does look like Sherlock's tail.
Oh.
Wait, go back to Sherlock. Does it have a thing about Like, here's Sherlock, my dog. He has no tail anymore.
I mean, I don't know if we've seen a picture of Sherlock's butt since the start.
He's pretty happy with a whoopee cushion here.
Oh, sure, he's
That
happy.
doesn't look like a dog who's lost his tail.
And yet,
Okay. What's next?
we have a footprint.
Where's the footprint?
The footprint, number 66.
That's right in front of the kitchen, between where Sherlock is running out of the kitchen and where he may have had his tail cut off. Don't cut the tail off my dog.
This is
My murders aren't this gruesome.
No, this is just one footprint of dozens that Dani has found circling the house. And it is a very large footprint, apparently.
That's Bruce Bogtrotters.
One would assume. He just circled the house angrily with his axe.
Oh, I'm going to get in there.
Number 67 now, final clue for this
Yep, let's
page. A rose,
By
a
any other
slightly
name?
wilted rose, was in the lapel of Rock's jacket.
Okay, that seems fair.
Apparently his wife had pinned it on him moments before the guests arrived.
With poison. Poison pin. The poison pin. She poisoned him with a pin. Pin poison.
I don't know. I don't really
Nah.
see much out of that.
I think she just
Well,
loves
she
him.
pinned it to his neck to make it look like vampire bites.
Maybe.
I don't know. What a depressing but unhelpful
Or is
page.
it the source of some thorns that poked him in the neck?
Maybe.
Never know.
Don't know if that's where a lapel is.
This
but
next
sure.
page doesn't look more inviting.
Oh, God. Yeah, first of all, we find a cleaver with some blood and clearly fur on it. That's the cook's.
That's the cook's cleaver. And she killed our dog.
I mean, she didn't, luckily.
She
but
killed our dog.
just to take a look, where was she on our list of suspects? Did she run away in shame? No, she's still here.
She's happy with herself.
Well, she suffers from high blood pressure and nerves, don't forget.
And
But
dog killing.
yeah, she is unashamed.
Yeah, that's a cleaver with dog fur
She
and
does
blood.
not mind chopping off animal tails. What the hell?
Yeah.
That's
Or is it
very
like
upsetting.
a Three Blind Mice reference?
I mean, that's what I was trying to make it.
Yeah, I guess that's fine. She's just living her role. Is she a farmer's wife?
Who
She
can
must
say?
be. I think we've proved it.
Mm.
And I see another newspaper
It's a
article.
very happy newspaper article about the gorilla who escaped from the zoo. He's come back to the zoo and he's brought a new
Yeah.
mate with him.
It's the kid. It's the kid.
The mate does not look very happy to be there.
No, because it's a kid in a gorilla suit. We've seen this. We know this to be true.
Mm.
I see. Is that also some more?
We have one more scribbled note.
What does
On
it
top of
say?
the grandfather clock, this one was found. And it says, money in China. And you can guess what Dani Dangerfield thinks of that.
He thinks there's money in China.
Oh, someone's going to China to pick up
No,
payment for
they're
a murder.
not, Danny, it's in
Oh,
the vase.
Dani.
It's in the blue vase.
Dani. Oh, so the snake's not in the blue vase. Money is in the blue vase
Yeah,
now.
the snake's in the drawer downstairs. It's the
Yeah,
weapon.
yeah. Right. Okay.
Poison.
Yeah. Behind the armchair in the sitting room, we found the green bottle, rat poison. So that is what
Okay.
she was putting on
She's
the food. Just
fundamentally-
we were pretty sure, but final confirmation of that.
She is attempting a murder that I don't know if she gets
Mm.
to succeed at.
Yeah. So Dani Dangerfield says he's going to send that to the lab for fingerprints, but we've got a helpful picture.
Yeah, don't you have a sideways cutout of your own home from before the murder?
Mm.
You fool. That's what we have.
This one is also fine. So Miss Bess E. Body, I think that's Statue Lady.
It might be. I
Perhaps?
believe it is. She's
She
a
said
busybody.
she just happened to be walking her dog around this house that night, and she
Sure.
saw someone outside, clearly a shady figure. She's a good artist, so she drew this figure.
That's her.
I-
She's drawn herself.
It's not, but sure. Who else might it be? Tell me about this person that
They're
you
wearing a coat.
Mhm.
They have a fox fur.
see. Mhm.
Oh, that's the butler.
That's the
leaving and all of his
butler.
stolen furs.
Yeah.
Of course. I love that. That's fun.
Mm-hmm. And to finish off this double page, we're in the 70s now. We're almost there. We just have a bit of testimony from Dani.
Give me some testimony.
During dinner, I noticed Rhett Rockley wink at the servant, Dwayne Harrison, several
Ding.
times,
Ding.
then glance at his watch. I thought it was rather strange behavior, as though they were conspiring together on something.
Who was it? Was it Rhett Rockley or his brother?
Rhett Rockley.
Okay, that's the dead guy, right?
No, Rock Rockley's the dead guy.
Oh,
Rhett
okay.
Rockley's the one that we think did it.
We think Rhett Rockley did it.
Yeah.
So he was like, go get the snake, man.
Maybe. They are in
Looking
very
at because he was
convenient
like,
position
what
for-
time is it? It's
Yep.
almost midnight.
Mhm.
Better get that snake.
Right. Next page. We're getting along. Ooh. Butler Horace Knott. Missing. and now arrested for stealing clothing worth over $25,000.
Butler missing, presumed arrested.
I was going to keep half the money for myself and donate the rest to anti-fur campaigners. Those poor little minks and ermines have a terrible time of it. When I lost my hair, I had a cold head. When they lose their fur, they're dead.
I mean, yeah, okay, fair.
We're comfortable.
Yeah, good on him.
He even admitted to it. He left a note saying that he did it.
Exactly.
He knew what was happening. All good. Oh, we found another fingerprint. This was on the upstairs hallway window, and it's really big.
Yeah, it's a gorilla. They have fingers. Gorillas have fingers.
I know that primates typically just have fingerprints.
What's more primate than a gorilla?
And that's why koalas are special, because they're the non-primates that still do.
Yeah.
Right. Number 73. Pane of glass that has been broken in the entrance hall.
Here next to where the butler was stealing his clothes.
I see.
That's interesting.
Dani suggests that it was a pair of gardening shears found outside that broke through.
Oh, so this is where the lady with the chainsaw came in?
She got
Don't know
in
why
that
she didn't
way.
just go through the main door.
No, especially since we've been told through all our secret notes that the door was left unlocked.
Yeah.
We have another piece of paper that says vase, to nobody's surprise.
Yeah, kind of vase. Or vase.
Hey. Next one, we've got another bit of testimony. Police reported that at 12:45 a.m. on the night of the murder, they caught actor B.O. Bogsnotter running from the mansion with an axe in hand. He admitted to dropping off Rock's head, and then he was arrested on suspicion of murder.
No, it was the head in the it was the head in the box.
So he had the axe. So what? He had whole Rock figurine.
I think if we went on our own investigation to Madame Tussauds in Hollywood. The Hollywood Madame Tussauds. Is there one of those? There must be.
Yeah.
We would find that his wax figure has its head removed.
And he just carried the axe with him the rest of the way.
What's he going to do? Put it down? People will steal an axe the moment you let your hands off it in LA. LA has, per capita, the most axe thefts of any city in the Northern Hemisphere.
And we've also found a mixture of men's and women's underwear and a very strong razor blade in the bathroom upstairs. Dani, get over this part of the story.
Yeah, come on.
We know.
Also, I'd like to point something out for everybody. Mm-hmm. We're reading a book written by Bambi Smythe. We're presenting it to you as we read it through. And there are some calls for copyright issues about that sort of stuff. But I like to think that ideally, we're bringing more attention to this book and hopefully, there's a link in the show notes that you can buy it. Hopefully, it works as sort of piece of advertising. But if at any point Bambi Smythe comes to us and says, hey, don't you read my book? That's copyright infringement. I'm going to point to the Daffy Ducks that you have drawn all over these men's underpants, and I will say, well, you don't want to start this fight with me, Bambi Smythe. Oh, you think me reading your book is too much? I'm going to get those Disney lawyers. Wait. I'm going to get those
Warner Brothers
lawyers. Hey, you seen how badly the DCEU is doing? They need whatever money they can get.
Those are very distinctly Daffy Ducks on this underwear. Interesting.
Sure.
All right, let's power through. Right.
Oh.
We found the snake.
We found the snake. Oh, we found the snake. Where's the snake? Where's the snake?
It was hiding under the cabinet in the sitting room. One bite from it is enough to kill a horse. A Texan pygmy rattler.
Oh my God, it was Tex-Mex.
That's the Texan way.
That's the classic Texan
Hidden
way.
Snake.
Hidden snake. What does Woody say every time someone tries to assassinate him? What does Woody say every time someone tries to assassinate him?
Snake in my boot.
There's a snake in my boot, the Texan way.
We have one more newspaper article about catnapping in the local area.
Oh, there's a guy up here who's trying to nap cats. He's on the roof.
Oh my God.
He's got a bag full of cats and he's luring them with a mouse.
Do I have to read the rest of it? Why is this the animal cruelty episode? This is them being kidnapped for their fur.
Come on, man.
This is 101 Dalmatiansing.
What are you doing up here?
This is messed up.
Get a better job, idiot.
Animal welfare officials conclude there may be a lucrative trade in cat pelts operating in the area.
Pelts?
This is horrible.
Pelts is even worse. If it was just hair, you could shave them, but pelts.
So, one more little scrap of paper. It's bracketed. It's got parentheses, and it says destroy
this note. It'll be destroy this note because they've torn it up.
All right, late on the night of the murderer, Danny's searching around and he finds the secretary in her underwear in the garden.
Ooh, scandalous.
We get this.
Does he give any completely incorrect suppositions? Like, maybe she's trying to seduce Rockley.
No, he only has questions. He has no ideas.
Well, he's just a boy.
Yeah.
He's a boy.
Dining room window is smashed with broken glass scattered underneath on the driveway. So that's from where we assumed an arrow went through, smashed the window and went flying outwards.
Oh, what number was that? 80?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because an arrow went through and smashed outwards.
And finally, we see a picture of Sherlock with half his tail cut off. Now, he still doesn't look that bothered. He looks a little bit offended.
What? That's my tail.
Oh, not again.
I'll have to grow a new one. I'm a lizard dog.
It's a little bit ew.
Oh, no. Someone's cut off my tail again.
Oh, it's ridiculous. And
Winnie the Pooh is a voice I wish I could do. That's on my list of what an impossible voice to do. I cannot do it. Anybody who's listening
can do it.
Anybody who's listening to this, who's on the Discord, on our Solve This Murder, on our Consume This Media Discord, which you should be. It's a nice way to talk with us and with the fans and with everybody. Could you do your best Winnie the Pooh impression and leave it as a little audio file on the Solve This Murder channel?
What should they be saying?
Say, oh bother, Eeyore's tail has been cut off.
No.
Let's get him some honey.
It's fallen off. Eeyore's tail falls off.
Say, oh bother, a heffalump with a knife has cut off Eeyore's tail.
This is the blood and honey version.
Oh, blood and honey. I'd like that said in a Winnie the Pooh voice if you have a good Winnie the Pooh impression or a bad one. Just make an audio file, put it in the Discord, in the Solve This Murder channel.
Yeah,
that's where we'll see them all.
I'd need to give that a few tries before getting anything close to it. That's a tough one.
I don't even want to attempt it.
No,
I can't
right?
even get close to a Winnie the Pooh.
It's tough to get out of your mouth. It's got a little bit of highness. It's obviously got a little bit of breathiness.
It's throaty.
A little bit of highness. But then there's got to be a little bit of force and a little bit of
There's
emotion.
a bit of this sound. A bit of this sound. It's a bit of, oh.
A little, a bit of that. But to get that while still having the almost wheeziness.
I can't do it.
It's tough.
Give me a good Winnie the Pooh, everybody. Where were we? Solving a murder.
Last page, possibly.
It was a snake.
Because this goes up to 83. Okay.
I think
81.
I saw an 88 somewhere floating around.
Oh, no. Okay, there's more. All right. Oh, we found a backpack under the front porch full of gelignite? Dynamite.
Oh, someone was going to blow up the mansion?
There was a backpack
the fiery
full of dynamite.
special was for dynamite all along? Who was threatening to blow up the mansion?
I don't think anyone was.
Where did this gelignite come from?
That's a very good question. Is this pizza place not actually real?
I mean, he's delivering a pizza right here.
Maybe it's full of dynamite.
This is very strange.
Yeah, okay. That one has really thrown me.
Was her plan, I'm going to run away with my boyfriend, and to make it cool, can you blow the house up behind me?
Goodness. Yeah, I don't feel like I've had much indicator of...
Or is that the Texan way?
It could be the Texan way. The backpack does not look like an old Texan man's backpack.
No,
it
it's
is
got
pink
like a
and
pink and purple
and it's
vibe.
Like a two-strapped backpack.
This whole house has a kind of pink and purple vibe.
It does.
I like it.
Yeah, it's very colorful. All right, well, yeah, that one throws me. It does say hint, see pages 14 and 15. Ah, of course. The boyfriend's note, monkey breath note. If your dad tries to stop us and spoil our happy dreams, I swear I'll lose my temper and blow him to smithereens.
Ah, this was his, like...
If she didn't run away with him,
he was going to
blow up her house.
Killing everybody.
Healthy!
Don't like this guy. I've lost all respect for this greaser.
We also found an arrow embedded in the lawn at the rear of the house. And Dani's helpful suggestion. Could this be the missing third arrow?
Yeah, man. It's the third arrow.
Man.
Come on. A note.
Oh, no.
What does this note say?
This was among Rhett's personal papers, written on the back of a betting
the evil
slip.
brother.
Written on the back of a betting slip.
Sure.
I owe you.
That says J-O-U.
Rhett Rockley owes Lefty Lip Splitter $1.2 million to be repaid no later than November 1st. Signed Lefty LS and RR.
Who's a Lefty Lip Splitter?
I don't know, but now I'm second guessing the handwriting. Because Lefty Lip Splitter also has very curly writing.
Ah, that's interesting. Have we seen anyone who's called anyone who could be using that as an alias?
The left-handed bow guy who's meant to be holding his bow in his left hand. He could be lefty.
Oh, the assassin.
Yes.
That's interesting. So he owes the assassin millions of dollars? Maybe the assassin was trying to kill Rhett, not Rock.
Ooh,
for the
that's
money he owed him.
interesting.
So I'm just going to kill you because you didn't pay me back. And he doesn't know which brother's which. They're identical. He shoots the wrong brother.
Ooh, okay. Are we totally on the wrong track?
But then why did he call an assassin? Or is that not the assassin? Is the guy with the bow not the assassin? That's Lefty Lip Splitter. Unrelated to the assassin, who's famously right-handed. And also a pair of twins. One of whom's an assassin and one of whom's a left-handed gambler.
Oh, no, the R's on the notes aren't quite the same.
Still. It's interesting.
Oh, I don't think it... Yeah, I don't think the handwriting necessarily matches.
He is a lefty.
He is.
He loves to split lips.
Oh my god, this is so...
But then why did the guy say he's $1,000 to finish the job? Why did the son call that number? What are you looking for?
You're right. I'm looking... Okay, so the R on our scraps of note do not match the R's in Lucy Zimmerman's note, but nor do they match Lefty Lip Splitter. They don't not match Rhett Rockley, who has only signed his initials, RR.
Well, we think it
They're
was
a
Rhett
little
Rockley's
similar.
plan because Rhett Rockley was the one who was like, hey, waiter, wink, wink, looking at my watch, wink, wink, looking at my watch. It seems like the snake was his plan. He had a snake to kill his brother because he needed money to pay Lefty Lip Splitter anyway. He needed the money.
But Lefty Lip Splitter was
He
impatient
was like,
and already
I'm
trying
not
to
gonna
kill
wait.
him.
I'm going to shoot you with a bow, but accidentally shoots the brother, shooting the snake out the window so Rhett's plan fails, and then the poison gets him.
Goodness gracious.
I'm very confused.
Yeah,
This is fun.
that has just thrown everything out the window.
I love it when evidence throws everything out the window.
Oh.
Next clue.
Next clue is the chainsaw.
It doesn't work?
Its cord is not long enough to reach the dining room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dummy. You're a bad gardener.
Okay, that's okay. This page is going to get interesting. So interesting, I'm holding the book up so you can't look at it
I can't even
upside
look
down.
at it.
We've got some more testimony here.
Give me some testimony.
Shortly after all the lights went out, Danny Dangerfield heard some noises going on and saw some silhouettes against the window in the dining room of a struggle.
A struggle.
One of them attacks the other with a single knife thrust and then runs off.
That's Lucy Lawless.
They also notice the scent of perfume.
Let me have a look. All right, the book has been
Now,
flipped.
we do not believe that he has been stabbed to death. So what is she stabbing that is on him? Because clearly in these silhouettes, we've got Rock, we've got woman coming up to him and stabbing at him.
Yeah, but he did not get stabbed in the back to
Was
death,
she
did he?
saving his life from the snake? Trying to stab the snake?
She stabbed the snake.
I don't know.
She stabbed the snake.
Oh
She
boy.
stabbed the snake. Oh.
I think that if you skipped ahead to avoid my spoilers for Death in the Clouds,
Oh.
I think based
Why?
on this
What was in the thing?
someone, Dani has found an extract, again, just a cutout from a book in a drawer near the kitchen hall. And it is an article about the danger and the venom of a black widow spider.
A spider bite. The spider's in the matchbox.
It could have been a spider matchbox.
So
and
someone's
that
got a
was near the
spider.
kitchen.
That was
This article was near the kitchen, which is where the weapon was. I don't know if the snake was the weapon.
So
I think
where
it
did the
was
snake come from? It's just an unrelated snake.
someone else might have been snaking, and Lucy Zimmerman saved him from the snake, but not from the spider.
Wow. This is wild.
This is getting crazy.
This is so many layers.
We're almost at the end.
All right, what's next? What's next? I'll fold this back out for it, shall we?
Okay, next hint. This is something else that Dani has seen since the murder happened. After the police left, Dwayne Harrison, suspicious, not butler. What is he? Just servant of some sort?
He's a waiter guy, right?
Yeah, he is waiter guy.
He's waiter guy.
I don't know what his role is. 'cause-
Waiter guy.
Yeah, we can't call him butler because that's the one who stole it first.
Waiter guy.
Well, Dwayne Harrison was reaching into a vase in the lobby, and he has a very uncomfortable expression on his face as he reaches in. And I think I know why.
Why? 'Cause
He
he wants the money, but it's not there?
he was looking for money in the china vase, but instead of the correct china vase, or maybe still the correct china vase,
Oh, he leaned into the vomit one.
the one that the actress vomited in.
Ah, interesting.
Beautiful. Right. Finally, well, I say finally, I'm just saying words. Apparently I'm ready for this to be done.
Say thusly.
Thus, furthermore,
Furthermore,
While Dani was interviewing Brother Rhett, he pulled out a tissue from his pocket to wipe away a tear of grief. And as he did, a receipt happened to flutter to the ground. And taking a look at it, it is from a pet store. Policy excludes dead returns. Beautiful. He spent $176.81 on some pellets, some fang-proof gloves, and one exotic arachnid Latrodectans mactans.
Arachnid. Okay, this is from who?
Rhett.
Rhett. Great. So this
Rhett
was about the
spider.
Yeah, so he got the way to give the spider to the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where'd the snake come from?
This is very interesting. Police did some examination on Rock's body. Apparently not enough to know what caused his death, but enough to find a dainty handkerchief clutched in his hand with the initials A.D.
Ada Dovelace.
All right, without checking.
Have there been any ADs?
Who the hell is A.D.?
Is his assistant AD?
No, she was PP.
Is his wife AD?
I don't think so. All right, I gotta look. Who's AD?
Arthur Dartha.
Oh, the actress, Angel Devine.
Ah, okay. Fine.
Yeah, why that was clutched in his hand for
no reasons. Love. I see this note.
Yes, the final scrap of paper does indeed say this
So
note.
it says destroy this note, which someone has done and then
It
thrown
fell out of
away.
Dwayne Harrison's pocket.
Come on, Dwayne. You're bad, Dwayne. All right.
Yeah, they're really falling in pieces here. This might be our last page of clues. I think it is our last page of clues.
Nice. Let's keep going.
So we've got 3 more clues. Hospital admissions note.
Ooh.
Patient's name. Rex Thickwallet.
Oh, Rex the Tex. Rex
Snake
Tex.
bite.
He had a snake bite.
Snake bite to the bottom.
He sat on a snake?
He sat on a snake.
Why?
I think he just sat on the snake. Someone must have put it on his chair. It must have crawled onto his chair. And he sat on it.
Okay.
Patient must not sit down for 1 week to allow wound to heal. Treated and sent home.
All right.
Hmm.
Don't know where that snake came from. Unless he brought it with him.
Oh, that could be true. He already had it in his pocket.
Yeah, he had the snake in his back pocket.
Oh, no.
And he sat on it.
That's not smart.
Well, he's
I
Rex
don't
Tex.
know if that's the Texan way. Okay. 87, second last clue. A helmet lying in a hallway. I'd swear this was part of a full set of armor earlier in the night. Looks like someone's knocked it off in a rage.
It's the gardener who's angry that she couldn't get
I think it's the neighbor who was ready to punch something. He's right near that suit of
it
armor.
could be. I think it was the gardener who couldn't get into the room with the chainsaw, put it
So
down and went
she-
"Bah, bah, bah, bah,"
Yeah.
and punched the thing.
Could be that too. I figured it was the dude who threatened to punch people and who was right next to the suit of
He
armor.
knew he wanted to
but-
punch. He was not frustrated yet.
That's true, and we do
And
know
then
that
he
the kid gets a
achieved
black
punching.
eye, so we know that he achieved
Who
that
was
punch.
the kid calling to get a job done for $1,000?
It's interesting, isn't it? We haven't really gotten much follow-up. We've only got 1 clue left.
Oh, what if the kid called this guy?
The cat? What
The cat
he wants?
guy? Because
He wants the cats dead?
The kid is sitting here on the roof. He's got a window onto the roof. There are 7 cats floating around. There are cats everywhere around this kid. Cats messing with his life. Just dancing around his window, being irritating. He's like, so I need someone to get rid of these cats for me.
Where was that phone call?
And so he paid a guy to get rid of I think it was that right there? No.
No, wrong one.
But I think it did say he called the assassin.
Yeah, it's definitely the assassin that's on the call. It says Arrowsmith, and it was his phone that they were hacking.
Yeah. Still, I don't know.
Maybe he's lefty lip splitter. He is using
Maybe.
the walkie-talkie phone with his left hand.
He's left-handed.
I want you to murder my uncle for his money.
He owes me money.
I need his money.
I'll give you $1,000 if you kill him so he gives all of his money to me, his nephew. He owes me money. We gambled. I was watching an episode of professional wrestling and I said, I'll bet you $1 million Hulk the Hulk Hogan beats him. And he said, sure, kid, I'll bet you $1 million. And he winked. But I take that as a verbal contract. Now kill my uncle for his money.
Last clue.
Hulk the Hulk Hogan beat Macho Man Randy Savage. He clobbered him.
Did he go by Hulk the Hulk Hogan?
He does now. Hulk the Hulk Hogan beat Macho the Randy Man Savage.
All right. Shall we see what this last clue
He
is?
beat him with a Hulkbuster, and my uncle said that couldn't happen and wouldn't happen on the day, and I said it would, and if he did, he had to give me 1.8 million of his dollars, and he never
1.2.
did.
No later than November 1st. Okay, last clue.
Sure.
While searching downstairs the morning after the murder, I found Lucy Zimmerman hiding in the wine cellar.
What a weird lady.
She was happily singing, "Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha," and she reeked of sickly sweet perfume.
Yeah, because she killed the snake.
Yeah, she definitely
I
did
don't think
some-
she killed him because he didn't dive, and we would have been like, a knife wound in the back.
Yeah, one would assume we would have seen that.
But she was definitely the one stabbing.
He was still also like green. Did he ingest some of his poison food?
Maybe. He was pretty green.
Yeah, but I think that the red back seems like it did the damage. All right, I don't know what the next page contains.
Are we going to be called upon to answer, or is it going to be the solution?
All right. Ooh, forensic reports,
Forensic reports!
including a cause of death.
Give me
We
some
get actual
forensics!
information now.
You can fold this room up. Fold the room up. There you go. We don't need this room. Fold it up. Fold up the house. Get it out of here and read me some forensics. Let's go. Everyone
Mail
excited?
them laboratories.
All right, good.
Date October 24. Wait, when did this happen?
I don't know. October 22nd?
Hold on. October 22 was when Rex went to hospital, so I assume it's around then. So that money wasn't, that $1.2 million wasn't owed for another week.
That's a good point. Probably didn't kill him.
Curious. Well,
That's why he needed to do the murder now to get the money before that happened.
right. Okay, some forensic reports. So this is everything that got sent to forensics. All of the things that needed fingerprints. Anything that needed identifying.
Yep.
Got a
Let's
lot.
go.
Blood and hair found on the cleaver.
That belonged to Sherlock.
It came from a dog.
Yeah, let me guess all the people.
Fingerprints on the matchbox.
There were Rhett's fingerprints for putting the spider in, and there were Doug Douglas, his waiter. I don't remember his name.
Dwayne Harrison.
Dwayne Harris. Those are the two sets of fingerprints.
Correct.
Great.
Fresh prints on the bottle of rat poison.
That was the maid, Mimi Lamore.
Yes, it was. Blood found splattered outside.
That was Sherlock's blood.
Same dog as in A. Yep. Fingerprints on the on-off lever.
One of the sets is Lucy
Yeah.
turning it off, maybe?
Seems
And it was
so.
turned on by the kitchen lady who just wandered over there and turned it back
It
on.
seems like it, yeah.
Yeah,
it was the cook who did that.
Okay.
Okay, now we're going into the dead body. So
Okay.
some of the just things that they inspected on him. Pupils dilated.
That is because he was bitten by a...
Yeah, why did I say, oh, he was pretty green, he must have eaten some of his food? Yeah, the way that a spider kills you with also poison.
Yeah, that's because the spider
God.
poison is the dilated pupils.
Venom, whatever.
Sure.
So pupils dilated, indicating toxic shock.
Sure.
A light graze along the top of his scalp.
That is one of the arrows that missed his head.
A small amount of rat poison and roast chicken in stomach.
That was not what killed him, but it was Mimi trying to poison him.
They've called it a non-lethal dose.
Yeah, of course.
A neat 5 centimeter wide tear in the jacket caused by an instrument being thrust between the left arm and chest.
That was the attempted
That's
stabbing.
the stabbing. It does say, no wound to the skin sustained.
Nice.
Vomit stains on front of victim's shirt.
That was his own vomit when he vomited up the food that he had eaten that didn't poison him.
Was it or did
No,
the
that's
actress get a bit?
You're right, it's the actress's vomit.
Ew. Sweat-soaked undergarments.
He was just...
Was that your priority, medical
I
inspector?
think he was just sweaty. I don't know.
Didn't know they did that. 2 tiny punctures to the neck.
That's...
Glad we noticed that so quickly.
Yeah, that's the spider bite.
Unidentifiable black creature squashed between victim's undershirt and skin.
That's the spider.
Cause of death, paralysis of all vital body organs caused by severe neurotoxic poisoning.
Spider bite.
Handwriting analysis is now happening. Oh, they've just got everyone's handwriting.
Oh, we can
They,
do what
they
we're
actually
doing.
got everyone's
Oh,
writing
that's so
to
good.
see.
Bambi,
it was
you're
like,
fantastic.
Ah, beautiful. So they've got the word weapon that we found on a scrap, and they got everyone to write the word weapon to see who it was closest to.
And we're thinking it's Rhett's handwriting. That's what our suspicion.
It was. And taking a look at these, bizarrely, they have spelled Rhett incorrectly here, which is an interesting turn of events. But
It's clearly
It is
clearly
definitely
Rhett.
Rhett's
Great. We'd already
handwriting.
figured that out with our own handwriting analysis, but that was great.
yep,
That's so cool.
amazing.
I'm loving it.
And that's it. That is the end of it. There's no page that specifically says, here is the solution. It then just goes into case closed. Here's a newspaper article about how great Danny Dangerfield is in arresting 2 people in relation to the murder.
Rhett and Dwayne.
An elaborate conspiracy to kill Rock based entirely on greed. And animal lovers will be relieved to know that Sherlock, who was injured in an earlier accident at the Rockley Mansion, has undergone surgery and is expected to make a full recovery.
Yay, new tail.
Oh no.
Mm.
It is not known who severed Sherlock's tail, but it is reported that the dog is now nervous of women in polka dot dresses.
Yeah, because she killed... Yeah, that's terrible. Poor
So
dog.
sad.
All right. That was fantastic.
I'm intrigued the fact that it doesn't just outright tell you the answer anywhere.
Yeah,
Anywhere.
That's kind of nice to allow you to be wrong.
Oh, wait, no, hold on. Here it is. I found it.
Oh, you found the solution?
In that newspaper article, there's a little section on the bottom right, lottery results.
Sure.
And it's got some very suspicious numbers and things. But at the bottom, they've got, so winning numbers, 7, 44, 16, 23, 11, and 2. Winning letters. And then in backwards, they've got the solution.
That's
in the
nice.
winning letters section. Take a look.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so cool. Winning letters were Kekab scored now redips et tup ot enjaud det kurstni ter, which backwards is Rhett instructed Dwayne to put the spider down Rock's back. There you go.
The Death in the Clouds did it.
If you're still stumped, try the case crackers on the fold-out.
Yep, there are a zillion extra bonus questions.
Let's do a zillion extra bonus questions. We're going to rapid fire. Here we go.
Okay.
Just like you did with the mystery. I'm going to ask you an answer. Here we go. Mini mysteries.
Yep.
Looking for some detective work? Try your skill with these. What was the fiery special that Rebel Robbins ordered?
Pizza.
Pizza. The answer was pizza. Who had locked the toilet door from the outside?
Boy.
Jack Robbins.
Yeah.
Is that his name?
His name was Jack. I didn't know he had a last name.
What did Rex put inside the pocket of his coat?
Was that snake?
That was the rattlesnake. So Rex brought the snake. That was the
Yeah.
Texan way. Why didn't the chainsaw work in the dining room?
Because it couldn't reach the dining room? There's something else going on with the power. Well,
It says here that the cord was unplugged.
oh,
I guess because someone tripped on it.
that was not very smart. Okay.
What had grazed the top of Rock's head?
Arrow.
Yes. Who had left a trail of blood outside the house?
Sherlock.
Yes. Who put the poison on Rock's chicken dinner?
Mimi.
Who did Bessie Body see leaving the house?
Butler.
Where did the blood and hair on the cleaver come from?
Sherlock.
Yep. Who has been masquerading as a woman?
Nanny.
Yeah, Boris Bladnokovich. Whose head did B.O. Bogsnotter chop off?
Wax figure.
Apparently the suit of armour.
What?
We mentioned something. I found this helmet lying in the hallway. I suppose it's part of a full set of armour earlier in the night. Well, looks like someone's knocked it off in a rage. I bet that was the work of B.O. Bogsnotter. I suppose. Seems a bit odd, but there you go. I don't think he could have confused it for Rhett. But whatever.
I didn't know he ever went into the house.
No. Who had the rattlesnake bitten?
Tex.
Yep. Oh, Rex. Thank you very
Rex.
much.
Rex Tex.
Where did the Pekingese dog Dodo do a doo-doo? It's just, you can just see it. I don't know why. It never gets mentioned. It's just pooping in the hall, so, in the hall.
That was not relevant to the
No.
mystery at all.
What was the cat burglar burgling from the roof?
Cats?
Cats. He was a literal cat burglar. What unexpected thing did Dwayne find in the china vase?
Vomit.
Vomit. Nice. Main mystery. How do you rate? Score 50 if you correctly identified the murderer.
Woohoo!
Yes. Hidden items.
We didn't look
We
for
didn't
the
look
hidden
at the
items.
Mini mysteries 15. That puts us at 75 and over. That makes you a top ranking text. Actually puts us at 65. So we can just be Danny's assistant because we didn't bother looking for the hidden items.
Makes sense.
Would you like to look for hidden items?
So what was the deal with the arrow assassin then?
I don't know. I don't know why he was hired. I guess the son just
It
wanted
was
to kill his
clearly
dad for
the
$1,000.
son.
Son's a freak.
Oh my god.
The letters were an anagram of Rhett Rockley, by the way.
All the letters that we were
if
finding.
we found them all,
What?
they were apparently going to be an anagram of
Did
Rhett
we
Rockley.
have them? We wrote them down somewhere as we were
There
going,
are
didn't
12
they?
letters of the alphabet. How many did I write down?
Yeah, where's your notebook? Where did we write these?
I only found 9 letters, but I do see an R and an E and a T and an L and an H and an R
We
and a
were
C.
really
and an E.
confused by that musical note M.
Yeah, it was very odd.
So, yeah, the son decided to hire an assassin to possibly kill his father so he could get stuff. And the assassin assured him that for $1,000 this murder would happen, and he never misses.
Yeah, but then the lights went out.
I guess. The lights did go out. I like the theory better that he is secretly lefty lip splitter and was sick of waiting for Rhett.
I think it's true.
To pay
That's
up.
my personal head theory, my head canon.
I think that's
and
better.
I think it's better. I love it. I mean, it's better than nothing. Like, there's not anything specified, so maybe that's true. Maybe we're just right.
That is remarkable that storyline didn't go further.
No, that was great fun.
I loved how it took a turn at the end into areas that I didn't expect, and I'm so glad that I said my death in the clouds thing out loud.
It was very
Imagine
cool.
if I'd kept that in my head.
No, that was amazing. Legitimately, not quite the way I expected. I expected it to be a bit more non-linear, where each of those numbers would be just something you would look at. But the linearity of it was done really well. I really enjoyed that, like, wait a minute, this changes everything. Wait a minute, this changes everything. Wait a minute, this... It was lovely.
It was
great
annoying
fun.
when some of the later ones were just callbacks to earlier ones that we already knew weren't relevant.
I mean, that's just...
We don't need more about this chainsaw.
That's just
we
an
know he
age-
wasn't chainsawed.
True, but that's just an aged thing. It's like...
No,
it's telling
I
us stuff.
disagree. As a child, I already knew that he wasn't attacked with a chainsaw.
All
I
right.
didn't need that to be clue number 79.
Well, I enjoyed it, as did Dani.
Oh, yeah.
It was great fun. If the link below works for you, please click it and go buy a copy of the book. I linked the only place I could still find it, like, being sold in print. I do not know how many copies were available there. So if you can grab a copy, it's a really fun thing to have. And even if you've listened through to this, it'll be a really lovely thing to look at and have the art. The art is legitimately quite fun.
That's fun.
It's really nicely illustrated and really and the mystery is really well put together as in terms of a murder mystery. I thought it was fantastic. I would go if I were you and try and get a copy.
And
Give
not
it to
only
a,
that,
give it
like,
to a
obviously,
child.
you just heard the end of this one, but she's got other books.
No.
Like, what?
I think we, at some point in the future, when we next have a lull in Solve This Murder releases, we should find Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow, and we should do that too.
But yeah, I think that people at home should do that so that they can read it and
then you
then
can
we do it.
experience
Because
us.
it's fun when you've already heard the thing and then you hear two people going through it together. It's like watching a Twitch stream of a game that you already have solved all the puzzles for.
True.
Like, I like doing that better than seeing them for the first time.
That's fair. Well, look, I hope you enjoyed it. This was very different. It was an odd thing to do, but we did it, and I had a lot of fun doing it. More so than I expected, not knowing enough about it coming in. I was not sure.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say more than I expected. I enjoyed it to the point where I thought, like, this is the best it could be, right? Like, of my options, not knowing about it coming in, not having pre-read it because wanting to go in blind. You never know whether it's going to be something that's legitimately enjoyable or just a bit of fun. Like, oh, wasn't that a silly little thing? That was legitimately enjoyable. That was a fun little thing. I think those are cool. I think, here you go. If you want the seal of cool approval, I think it gets it.
Yeah.
It was great fun.
That was fun.
Even if we had to kill a cat, cut up a dog.
Yeah, we got some really good mystery stuff in this last episode.
lot of
But oh my
grime.
god.
It was very gruesome.
Started out terrible.
And everybody was trying to kill him.
Yep.
Everybody wanted to kill him.
I don't mind those ones.
Yeah, it was good fun. Because it was nice, because it's like everyone had the motive and everyone was acting on that motive, but only one person succeeded and figuring out who it was who succeeded.
Yeah.
And I liked that it was guessable from the hints the whole way through. Like, we could see the marks on his neck in the first thing. Even though nobody made a mention of it, we could zoom in and be like, wait a minute, are those two dots on his neck?
Yep.
And they were, and that was relevant the whole way through.
I'm also very thankful that right at the start of this episode, I mentioned the handwriting thing.
Yes. Oh, and the fact that we could do that without the things by
Yeah.
doing our own handwriting.
Though we didn't see
analysis.
his handwriting until quite late.
But I think that was fantastic. We could do it, and then they did it.
Yeah.
In a different way. I think it was really, really cool. That sort of a detail, I think, is what makes this stand out, is that those elements were there from the beginning, including the photos of them here holding, like how do we know that he ended up actually punching the kid?
Yeah,
Because
he's
in
got
the
a black
picture
eye.
after the interviews, he has a black eye. He has been punched. It's really,
oh no,
really
look
cool
how
stuff.
sick Rex Texan
He
looks.
looks real sick.
Oh no.
He's been bitten by a snake.
Yeah, that's not good.
It was really cool. I think it was really, really cool. Some of it, knowing the gardener was already arrested, we knew that. She's in handcuffs here, but they don't make a point of it. They just, it just is there that you can catch it if you want. I think it's a really smartly put together book.
It is.
In a way that works really well. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed it. Different sort of thing.
Thank you, whichever presumably relative gave this to me when I was a child.
Maybe it was Bambi Smythe herself. The guardian angel of all murder-obsessed children. Thank you, everybody, for listening, and we'll see you next time. I think the next stuff that should come out for Solve This Murder will be another
mini mystery.
Yeah, another mini mystery that I'll try and actually solve and fail at miserably. We'll find out.
Woohoo.
Thank you, everybody, for listening, and we'll see you soon.